The episode begins with the terrifying Liga Khan the Night Slayer standing before everyone. Amalia commands her SF Zoo clan members, "Attack!" The clan members rush forward and form a shield wall. Sunraku watches and comments, "They're focusing entirely on defense." Suddenly, Liga Khan strikes one of the players with its claws, sending them flying. However, the player survives, and the rest of the group quickly prepares to defend again. Liga Khan continues its relentless attacks, but the players manage to block its strikes with difficulty. Amalia uses this opportunity to order her magic-type players to attack. 4 magic players cast a spell called Atlas Bind. Liga Khan dodges 2 of the attacks, but the other 2 hit, pinning one of its arms and a leg to the ground. However, Liga Khan uses its teeth to free its arm. Amalia immediately instructs her mages to attack again, casting another Atlas Bind. This time, Liga Khan is struck fully due to its immobilized leg, and it is severely restrained. Amalia approaches the immobilized Liga Khan and activates her unique weapon, casting a powerful magic attack. 2 large hands emerge from the ground and pin Liga Khan completely, rendering it unable to move. Watching this unfold, Sunraku and Sagar Zero are shocked by how effectively Amalia's clan has subdued the monster. Amalia declares, "Our mission to capture Liga Khan is complete." Her clan members cheer in celebration, with some taking pictures of the restrained monster. Amalia, however, reminds them, "We don't have time for photos. Our goal is to trigger the unique scenario. Send me the pictures later." Sagar Zero whispers to Sunraku, "If this keeps up, they might actually trigger the unique scenario." But Sunraku shakes his head and replies, "I doubt it. The information Pencil Gun gave them is incomplete. In fact, she lied to them just to make money and clear her debts." Still, what the SF Zoo clan has accomplished is impressive. That said, Liga Khan seems too calm, which makes me think it's up to something. Suddenly, a shadow begins to rise from Liga Khan and floats into the sky. Sunraku notices this and realizes, "I was wrong about Liga Khan. It's not called the Night Slayer because it attacks at night. The truth is, it brings the darkness of night with it." Amalia notices something watching her from above, but before she can react, she's struck by a devastating attack, shrouding the area in dust. As the dust clears, everyone is horrified to see Amalia trapped in Liga Khan's jaws. But to their shock, another Liga Khan is still restrained on the ground. Amalia, moments before her death, reflects, "I'm allergic to animals in real life, but in Shangri-La Frontier, I can touch them, love them, and befriend them. This game is heaven for me." But Liga Khan, it's not like the others. Her thoughts end as Liga Khan kills her and disappears. From the shadows, multiple Liga Khan clones emerge and start attacking the SF Zoo clan members, killing them one by one. Sunraku observes and deduces, "These must be clones created by the real Liga Khan. This trick must be how Liga Khan ambushed me during my previous encounter." Shortly after, the restrained Liga Khan frees itself, and the clones return to its shadow. With the SF Zoo clan wiped out, Sagar Zero asks, "Sunraku, what do we do now?" Sunraku replies, "At least we've learned about Liga Khan's tricks, which gives us a small chance to win." Hearing this, Sagar Zero draws her sword, ready to fight. However, Sunraku hesitates, realizing that if they fight Liga Khan now, Sagar Zero might trigger the EX unique scenario. If that happens, her clan, Source Wolf Clan, would gain the information, disrupting the alliance's balance of power. Sunraku briefly considers letting both himself and Sagar Zero die here, but feels conflicted as it goes against the spirit of being a player. Sagar Zero notices his unusual behavior and reflects, "When I first saw him, his smile caught my attention. At the game store, he held a game with such joy, like he'd found a treasure. I was drawn to him then, but now, with Liga Khan before us, he's not excited at all." Hoping to cheer him up, she says, "Sunraku, to be honest, I'm not like the others in my clan. I don't care about the Night Slayer as a prize. I just want to enjoy myself and give my best effort." Her words remind Sunraku of the joy of Shangri-La Frontier. He smiles and says, "You're right. What matters is enjoying the moment. Thanks, Ray. Let's give it our all." The two charge toward Liga Khan, ready to fight. Sunraku uses his parry skills to block Liga Khan's attacks, giving Sagar Zero an opening to strike. However, her attack barely affects Liga Khan, and it swipes her away with a single hit. Sunraku shouts, "Ray, take a break. I'll keep it busy. Wait for the right moment to land a powerful attack." As he evades Liga Khan's strikes, a shadow clone of Liga Khan ambushes him. Sunraku dodges and remarks, "The clones only perform basic attacks. As long as we track the shadows, we can avoid them. But when the moon is obscured by clouds, the battlefield is plunged into darkness." Sunraku warns, "When the moonlight disappears, The clone blends into the shadows, making its attacks nearly impossible to predict. We need to land as many hits as we can while the moon is visible. Ri, keep an eye on the clouds. Sagar Zero agrees and unleashes her apocalypse attack, momentarily pushing Liga Khan back. Sunraku praises her. Great job, that was amazing. Sagar Zero responds, I'll distract it. You prepare your next move. As Sunraku prepares to equip his Gilt Brill, Liga Khan suddenly attacks from the shadows. Sagar Zero shouts, Sunraku, that's the real Liga Khan. Startled, Sunraku narrowly avoids the strike but realizes that Liga Khan can travel through shadows as well. This revelation shakes him, as he thought the real Liga Khan couldn't use that technique. Determined to fight back, Sagar Zero reveals her ultimate attack. It's the highest damage attack in SLF, but the conditions to activate it are difficult. With your help, I think I can pull it off. She explains that she must land 5 Apocalypse hits and 5 Catastrophe hits on Liga Khan. Transforming into her second form, she lands a devastating Catastrophe strike while Sunraku distracts the boss. As the moon hides behind the clouds again, Sagar Zero warns, Sunraku, the invisible clone will attack soon. Sunraku decides to rely on the tactical bird Suzaku, a specialized summon powered by a non-standard ether reactor. He orders Suzaku to clear the clouds, allowing the moonlight to shine again. With the clone visible, Sunraku leaps high and strikes the real Liga Khan in the face. Sagar Zero follows up with a powerful apocalypse attack, but Liga Khan retaliates, knocking her away with a crushing blow. The episode ends with Sunraku standing beside Sagar Zero, determined to face Liga Khan together. The episode begins with Akane, Akitsu, Sakura, and Amul running to find Sunraku. Sakura asks Akane if Sunraku knows her, and Akane replies, I can't say for sure, but based on Amul's information, he must be the one. Meanwhile, Liga Khan's attack has left Rei, Sagar Zero, injured. Sunraku tells her to heal, attacking Liga Khan to buy time. But Liga Khan ignores Sunraku and chases Rei, forcing her to run without healing. Rei hears Sunraku calling her name and decides to stand her ground, remembering she's one of the game's top players. As she prepares to attack, her body freezes, and Liga Khan's clone emerges from the shadows, grabbing her. Just as it seems she's been killed, her body turns into a log. Akane appears, revealing she used her body replacement technique to save Rei. Rei, surprised, thanks Akane, who brushes it off and confirms Sunraku's identity. Amul and Sakura arrive, with Sakura introducing himself as Amul's brother and explaining Akane wanted to meet Sunraku. Liga Khan attacks again, forcing Rei and Akane to flee. Akane repeatedly uses her skill to save Rei but eventually runs out of materials. Sakura saves Akane from an attack, while Sunraku realizes Liga Khan hasn't released any pixels when damaged, confirming it's not a normal monster. Sunraku asks Amul to use her Mana Shaker spell, which lightly damages Liga Khan, revealing it's a magical entity. Liga Khan then targets Amul, and Sunraku fears for her safety since NPCs don't respawn. As Suzak, Sunraku's tactical bird, nears the end of its battery, he orders it to save energy for later. Ri continues attacking Liga Khan and successfully completes the conditions for her ultimate skill. However, activating it requires a long chant, leaving her defenseless. Sunraku declares he'll protect her at all costs. As Liga Khan charges toward them and the moon hides behind the clouds, the episode ends. The episode opens with a flashback where Sagar Zero explains to Sunraku that her ultimate attack requires more than 5 catastrophe hits. It also demands a long chant to activate. In the present, Sagar Zero is chanting while preparing her ultimate attack. This process takes time, leaving her vulnerable. Sunraku notices the moon is covered by clouds and warns Akane, "Be careful, Liga Khan uses its invisible clone to attack in the dark. To avoid it, you need to focus on its sound." Sunraku then stops running and prepares to face Liga Khan to prevent it from targeting Rei. Rei hesitates, wondering if she should stop chanting to protect herself. However, Akane steps in front of Rei, saying, "Keep chanting, we'll handle the clone." Akane focuses intently, trying to hear the faint sounds of the clone moving. She realizes something is scraping the ground in the darkness and uses her Dragon Breath ninja technique to illuminate the area. The light reveals Liga Khan's clone, making it visible to everyone. The story shifts briefly to explain Akane's skill. Normally, Dragon Breath is obtained by completing ninja quests, but Akane, despite being new to the game, earned it directly by confronting a dragon. Back in the present, Sakura takes advantage of the revealed clone and uses his bamboo lightning attack, creating bamboo spikes that stop the clone in its tracks. Akane praises him, saying, "Great job, Sakura, you stopped it." Meanwhile, Sunraku adjusts Suzak's settings as Liga Khan charges at Ri. Emil panics, but Sunraku reassures her, saying, "My trump card is ready." He activates a vibration in the ground, causing a previously planted crystal bullet to grow and strike Liga Khan. He then instructs Amul to attack Liga Khan's leg with her Mana Shaker spell, dealing damage. Finally, Sunraku calls on Suzak for its last move. Suzak flies at high speed, slashing Liga Khan's leg deeply before running out of battery and landing. The severe injury makes it difficult for Liga Khan to stand, though it begins healing rapidly. With Liga Khan weakened, Sunraku activates his ultimate weapon, Gilt Brill, which charges under the moonlight. He leaps and delivers a devastating strike to Liga Khan, causing a massive explosion. The blast pushes Sunraku backward, nearly killing him, but Amul saves him using her magic chain. Sunraku thanks everyone and tells Ri, "Everything's set for your ultimate attack." Ri finishes her chant and unleashes Armageddon, the most powerful attack in the game. The massive blast shakes the battlefield, breaks walls, and creates powerful winds. Sunraku is amazed and says, "Armageddon truly is incredible." However, as the dust clears, Liga Khan is still alive, though heavily damaged. Ri collapses to her knees, shocked that the attack didn't finish it. Sunraku, Akane, and Sakura rush to her aid, but Liga Khan begins to dissipate like smoke. They notice a face in the darkness that briefly smiles at them before disappearing. Suddenly, the players receive rewards, and Akane exclaims, "We won!" But Sunraku is suspicious, thinking, this isn't the usual result screen. What was that face we saw? He receives a title, Shadow Wolf Penetrator, which confirms his suspicions. The Liga Khan they fought was a clone, and the real Liga Khan was watching from afar. Sunraku shares his theory, leaving everyone shocked. Ri reassures him, saying, "It doesn't matter if it was real or a clone. No one else has been able to face Liga Khan like this." Sunraku agrees, saying, "You're right, Ray, and your Armageddon was amazing." Everyone celebrates their victory, but suddenly, dark smoke begins to rise from Sunraku's curse marks. He remembers that defeating Liga Khan should remove the marks, and he excitedly prepares to finally wear proper armor. But the smoke gathers into the shape of Liga Khan's head, which suddenly lunges and devours Sunraku. Everyone is left in shock as the episode ends.